Miss Fincher? Miss Fincher? We were talking about the phone call.
What phone call?
According to your sister Julie Fincher's story, you received a phone call from her on the night of November 3rd regarding the rape and assault committed onto her. A rape and assault that had occurred almost 1 month before. Now, your sister Julie already informed us that she was afraid to tell you sooner. Let's start there.
Oh. It was a normal night. I was making dinner for myself and listening to music. And then the phone rang. It was Julie. I was sad and confused. I didn't know what to do. She was telling me about everything that had happened. You know, she didn't know the guys that did it, but she knew what they looked like. By the time she had finished talking, I had gotten more and more angry.
And it was shortly after this you decided to get revenge on the men responsible? I suppose some of us would do just about anything for family, wouldn't you say?
Do you want to hear my story, or don't you?
As your lawyer, I should tell you, you don't have to tell them anything if you don't want to.
No, it's okay. The first guy I'd gotten some info on was Jamal Johnson.
I don't suppose you want to tell me where you got this info from?
I knew who he was. We had gone to high school together. And he had always been bad news. I was not surprised to hear his name. He still lived at home with his parents. Pathetic. The neighborhood was so nice, they didn't even bother locking the door. I made my way up to his room, and I saw him. He was asleep.
What happened next?
I killed him.
You don't seem to regret any of it.
He got what he deserved.
Yes, but according to the reports, Jamal Johnson never laid a hand on your sister. He was present during the event, but only a party to the crime.
That's why I took it easy on him.
That's one murder. How about the other two? We're here about 3 murders. Tell me about Ethan Landy.
He was one of the ones that did lay hands on my sister.
Yes, according to your sister's story, that's true. Did you take it easy on him too?
I'd bought a small handgun when I first moved into my own place. Just in case, you know, better safe than sorry. I completely forgot that I had it though.
According to the reports, Ethan Landy was murdered by a blade, not a gun.
Anyway, I knew what Ethan looked like, but I didn't know where he lived. I asked around until I found out the last place that someone saw him. So I checked out the area until I found him. He looked strung out. Such a lowlife. I shouldn't have pulled the gun out so soon. It spooked him and he ran off, so I went after him. Ethan hit my sister across the face and held her down as someone else raped her. He got what he deserved, and if anybody in this room thinks for 1 second that he is the victim, they are sorely mistaken.
I understand you're angry, and this might seem justified, but Ethan Landy is the victim here. You stabbed and murdered this man with no hesitation. No one is going to sympathize with the murderer. I'm sorry.
He got what he deserved, and I did the right thing. This was justified.
Why did you use a blade instead of a gun?
I wasn't thinking when I grabbed the gun. I needed to be quiet so I could get away afterwards.
There's one more thing I'm curious about. The first 2 murders happened one night after another.
And you want to know why Kevin wasn't murdered until a couple days after?
If you're referring to Kevin Stern, yes, that's correct.
Kevin was harder to find. Apparently, he was smart enough to figure out that someone had gotten to his buddies and was most likely coming for him next.
So how'd you find him?
I found out that he had made his way over to the next town over and was living with some girl. Someone told me that he liked to drown himself at some bar every night after work. So I waited for him to leave, and I followed him. Apparently, he didn't have a car. I guess that shouldn't have surprised me, though.
Who is it? What do you want? Never, man.
Hey! She's pregnant.
I do believe I'm no longer needed here. Goodbye.
So why do it? Why throw your life away like this?
Ever since we were kids, I've had to play the mom role for Julie. I couldn't let what happened to her slide. Someone had to take care of her. I did what I had to do. I know you'll probably be thinking that she asked me to do this for her, but she didn't. Like you said, some people do anything for family. My sister was broken. And the people responsible deserved to be broken too.
But what you did...
What I did was justice.
No, what you did was murder. I have nothing more to say.
Julie?
I screwed up.
Oh, what happened?
I killed them. I killed all 3 of them. The guys that did this to me, I killed them.
Where are you?
Behind the bar in Pinesville. But I can't stay here. I have to go back to the house.
I'm on my way. I'm coming.